Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the online classes. This is about the part 2 of conjoint analysis. In part 1 class, we have discussed about the introduction and meaning of conjoint analysis. Once again, I rewind the concept of conjoint analysis, which means combining the different features of the product or services. Finally the consumer can able to make an better decision. So once if you buy, you are not able to compare the product before the comparison, or before buying you can able to compare in multiple aspects. This is how the conjoint analysis is helping to the consumer, and also for the business people. Conjoint analysis helping to make an data-driven decisions, and also for the product optimization, new product development, pricing strategies. These are all the benefit available through the conjoint analysis for the business peoples or the sellers, right, or the retailers, or somewhat, or the manufacturers. The conjoint analysis is one of the market research method to understand about the consumers buying decisions also. Okay, now we would like to discuss about the concept of conjoint analysis profile, and then attributes, levels, and also how does the conjoint analysis is helping to the business with different aspects. We have discussed, or we are going to be discuss some of the use case examples of conjoint analysis, how it is helping to the business, right. Now I would like to share my screen. Okay. This is about the conjoint analysis part 2. Why conjoint analysis is needed? Conjoint analysis is popular method of a product or pricing research to uncover consumer preference, which is useful to the companies want to select a product features, or company want to update their product, or company want to update their services, or company want to change the pricing, or company want to increase the market share, or company need and quick growth. And this and all is major factor for the companies. So the conjoint analysis is helping in these aspect for the business peoples, and frequently used across different industries for all type of products such as consumer goods, electronic goods, life insurance plans, retirement housing, luxury goods, and air travel. So all there are in the market, there are multiple choices are available. Nowadays consumers are getting confusion to choose an perfect product. But this once if you learn the conjoint analysis, if you are a buyer or if you are a seller, in both end, the conjoint analysis is helping to for buyer and also in the sellers. Now, some of the examples we're going to discuss for the conjoint analysis. In this slide, the concept of profile, attributes, and levels we're going to be discussing. Here, the example is provided of conjoint studies of smartphones. Smartphone is an brought down into the four attributes, which are each assigned different possible variations to create an levels. Right. Here we have three different smartphone brands. One is iPhone, and another one is in Samsung, and another one is in Sony. These three is called as an profile, which is about the examples of profile. The brand one, brand two, brand three is an example of profiles. And then we had an attributes. Attributes described as brand, size, color, price. These four is called as an attributes. Brand, iPhone, Samsung, Sony. Size, 5 inch, 6 inch, 5.5 inch. Here, the 5 inch, 6 inch, 5.5 inch, which is about the variations or the alternative choices. This is called as an levels. I hope that you have understand what is profile and then what is attribute and then what is levels. Now I would like, once again, I would like to discuss the same example. In this slide, I have mentioned three different brands of and one particular product. The product is an smartphone. Smartphone, three different brands. One is iPhone, and another one is in Samsung, and another one is in Sony. Individually, here I have mentioned three profiles. iPhone is one profile, Samsung is one profile, Sony is one profile, and then attributes. Attributes described as size, color, price, camera quality, and then something you have to battery life. Like this, you have to write an attributes. Now, the size is 5 inch, 6 inch, 5.5 inch respectively. Color, silver, white, like that. And then price, $1,200, $1,100, and then $1,000. This is an choice. This is called as an levels. So three profiles, and then we have an attribute, and then we have on different levels. This variation is called as an levels. From this alternative, we have to choose any one. We are not going to be buy the three products or the three brands of mobile. That is not possible for all the buyers can buy these three. That is not impossible, which is about less than 1% possibilities may happen, right? But in these combinations, this is my combination means I am going to be choose any one of these profile. I may choose an Samsung, or I may choose an iPhone, or I may choose an Sony, which is, suppose I may choose an Samsung, or I maybe go with iPhone. That is my individual preference. This preference may be correlated with, if I choose an, for example, I may choose an iPhone. My preference may iPhone. Why? Why I may choose iPhone instead of Samsung and then Sony? Because of one color, or because of the price, or because of the camera quality, based on the different attributes. Now the company can able to understand about the decisions of the buyers, or the buying decision can able to understand by the companies, right? Attributes levels in conjoint analysis. Attributes, these are the specific features or the dimensions of the product services that are considered in the analysis. For example, in the study, consumer preference for the smartphones in the above examples, attributes might be include battery life, size, camera quality, and price, etc. Levels. Each attributes can have multiple levels, which is about, for example, battery life of 10 hours, 15 hours, 13 hours. So this is about the levels profile. These combinations of the different levels of attributes that represent a product or service in a conjoint study represent, evaluate the various profile to indicate their preferences. This is about profiles, attributes, and then level. This is most important. Everyone should clearly understand about profile, attributes, and then levels. Then only the marketing research using in conjoint analysis is help to you. If you not understand what is profile and what is level and what is attribute, the conjoint analysis does not help. So you should have some clear idea about what is attribute and then what is profile and then what is level. What are all the attributes we going to be said. So this and all is most important for the conjoint analysis. Some of the examples I have described here for the different industries. For example, if it is in consumer goods or if it is in service industries or if it is in travel, technology, healthcare, or some other things. Service is common inclusive of travel and healthcare. So I have mentioned some of the attributes for different sectors or the different business perspective. For the consumer goods, I may set an attributes about color, size, materials, design, style, brand, price, durabilities. These are all the major attributes compared by the consumers. These are all the major attributes compared by the consumers. This and all as the uh, previous, I have get it from the previous review of literatures. The conjoint analysis of the consumer, the study of conjoint analysis of consumer goods, they are setting an attributes of color, size, material, design, style, brand, price, durability, performance, and then packaging. And if you go within service units, service features, which is about the common of speed of services, convenience to the consumers, and then pricing or the charge, service charge, and then customer service aspect, location, durations, this and all as the attributes in the service sector. If you go within travel business, room rent, locations, service quality, and then package inclusive of the travel package inclusive of what are all the things, and then type of accommodation provided by the travel agencies. This is about the main attributes compared by the consumers whenever they are book their travel with the travel agencies, right? And then if you go with an healthcare, which is about the treatment type. Treatment type is one of the attribute or cost, the provider experiences, so maybe an doctor experiences or maybe an hospital experiences, something like that. And then locations of the healthcare unit or maybe the recovery time, how long time may take for the recovery of the disease, something like this. And then if you go with a technology, processor, storage capacity, screen resolution, battery life, brand, price, feature, this and all as an attribute for the technology oriented businesses. So these are all the major attributes are already included in the research. These are all get it from the proven significant results. Here the levels for the same businesses. Here I may set some of the levels for the same businesses like as the consumer goods, service, travels, healthcare, and technology. Here I would like to explain only one things, which is if we go with the consumer goods, color, any consumer goods, we may compare with the color, red, blue, green, and then black something. Especially if you go with the any one of, for example, another one example, if you go with any one of the household items, maybe the preference may go with the women's category. The definitely they may think about the different colors. That is their perspective. So the color is one of the attribute in the consumer goods, which is about the major attribute. And then size, small, medium, or large, and then material, cotton, wool, and then polyesters, or maybe in design, modern, classic, and then sporty designs. Price comparison, durability, low, medium, high durabilities. So here color is an attribute, red, blue, green, black is a level. So for that, but color combinations of one particular product may be in five different colors. Another one example, if you go with an cars, passenger car. Passenger car, the same model as provided with five or six different colors. If you go two-wheeler, if you take a two-wheeler also the same model which provided four or five colors. So the color is creating some attractions of the consumers. The choice, the color choice is differ from one person to another person. So the color is one of the attribute of the consumer goods. So the color is an attribute, red, blue, green, white, yellow, this and all as an level. And also for the service sector and also for the travels, Travel, location is one of the attribute for the travel agency businesses, and then city centers, or maybe a near beach, or maybe the countryside. And package inclusive of breakfast only, breakfast and dinner, and all meals and tours. This is how the attributes are play a crucial role for selecting a selecting an product or services. The same here I may describe about some of the uh, levels and then attributes. For example, healthcare, we can take one example. Treatment type is an one attribute for the treatment type: oral medication, injection, and then surgery. There are three treatment type, and then cost for three, and then provider experience, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, which may be in doctor's experience, what you are going with. This is how the consumers done the combinations. And then finally, profile in the conjoint analysis. Here come for the examples of profiling, which is about choice modeling. By analyzing the responder preference for these profile, businesses or predict how changes in attributes level affect the choices behavior and drive drive insights for the product services optimization. For example, consumer goods. Consumer goods, already we had discussed about what is attributes and then what is levels. Here, consumer goods, we can take an example of smartphone. Profile 1, profile 2. There are two profile: color, size, material, battery life, price. These five attributes I have set for both the profile. Profile 1, profile 2. Profile is, just imagine that which is an iPhone. Profile 2, just imagine that which is an Samsung. Color, size, material, battery life, price is an attributes. Color, black, 6.5 inches. Class, 24 hours, $699 in the profile 1. This and all as a levels. Profile 2, blue color, 5.8 inches, aluminum, 12 hours, $499 is a price. So this is profile 1, and profile 2 is an different profiles with different attributes and then different levels of conjoint analysis. With these variations, consumer can choose any one. Now, the company can able to understand what attribute is influenced to make and buying decisions of the consumer. The same examples for healthcare and at all. The conjoint analysis is helping to the business for data-driven insight into the customers' really value, allowing companies to make better decision and product design, pricing, segmentation, and marketing. In the initial class itself, I told you how does the conjoint analysis is helping to the businesses. Now we discuss about small examples. How does the conjoint analysis is helping to the business for making a data-driven insight into the customers, and also for the companies for the product decisions or pricing, segmentation, and marketing. Now, the first example is about the product development. Product development example: Apple iPhone features. Use case: Apple might use conjoint analysis to decide whether to invest more in camera quality, battery life, or display resolution in the next iPhone model. Yes, the company may decide what is the previous experiences that will get it through the conjoint analysis. By analyzing which features consumer value most, appeal can prioritize high return on investment features and avoid overriding less valued ones. So the majority, again, you have to strengthen in your product. And then second one is about the pricing strategies. Third one is about the market segmentation. Pricing strategy, use case: airlines use conjoint analysis to determine the bundle of services, extra legroom package, or maybe in meals provided travelers are willing to pay. Helps airlines to create ticket packages, basic economy versus premium economy, that maximize revenue while offering the customer choices. Based on the customer choice or based on the consumer willing to pay, company can provide the extra services to the consumer or expand their services to the consumer. Market segmentations. car manufacturer, Tesla or Toyota. This is help to understand about which segment of consumer is buying our product. Car companies use the conjoint analysis to understand the different segment. One might prioritize for the fuel economy, another might want performance and design. For example, we can compare with the income or maybe in location. High income people, they may think about the performance and then design or some other things. Low income people think about the fuel economy, something like that. So this is how the conjoint analysis is also helping to segment the market, also enables, which is help to identify the targeted marketing and customizing the car models. This is how the conjoint analysis is helping to the companies or helping to the businesses, and also which is helping for the new product launches. For example, P&G, Procter and Gamble detergents. The company can use the conjoint analysis before launching a new laundry detergent. Procter and Gamble may analyze the combinations of the different things: cleaning powder, eco-friendly, and price is something. And also for the conjoint analysis helping to the uh, subscription services also, like as examples of Netflix and Spotify. Streaming the services use conjoint analysis to test what combinations of the features, a number of screens, a video quality, offline accesses, pricing will lead to more subscriptions. Which factor is creating, which attributes is creating, or which level is creating, or which profile is creating high number of subscriptions. And also the conjoint analysis is help to understand the competitiveness of the market, and winning, we can able to understand about the winning strategy of the competitors also through the conjoint analysis. So the conjoint analysis is most importantly for the business and also for the consumers. In this video we have discussed about the use of conjoint analysis, and then profile, attributes, levels, and how does the conjoint analysis is helping to the businesses for the pricing strategy, product development, or the product optimization, or the segmentations, or growth of the business, or the competitor analysis also. So in part 3, we are going to be discuss about the different types of conjoint analysis in the next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching.